Yo, how's it going, guys? Nishchit here, and I'm back with a brand new episode. In this episode, I'll be giving you a few reasons that could motivate you to start working out from today. So be sure to grab a cup of coffee, sit back and relax, and let's hop right into it. So before we get into the reasons and the benefits of why you should start working out, I would be narrating my story on how I got addicted to exercising. This is one of the most frequently asked questions, and only a few of my friends know the actual story behind it. So today, I would be telling you the story that changed my life forever. First, let me give you a short background on how I got interested into exercising. At the age of 9, I caught this interest, and I saw this movie named Terminator 3, which starred Arnold Schwarzenegger as the hero. I was truly fascinated by his body, and when I asked my parents on how I could build a body like that, they replied saying, exercising consistently can make this dream come true. From 9 all the way up to 12 years, I daily woke up at 6:30 am, did about 30 push-ups, 30 squats and 30 crunches. I tried to stay consistent and did witness some newbie gains. At the age of 12, I first saw the word gymnasium, or in short gym, at my apartment's clubhouse. The first time I saw it, I thought, oh man, that's a really complicated word and I do need to know the meaning. Though I could see the equipment in the room, I didn't find a correlation of it with the word at that point of time. Not to mention, at this age, I was pretty bad with my English. So, I'd asked my friend Noel, who had accompanied me to the clubhouse, for the meaning of gymnasium. He replied saying that it's a room or a place where you lift weights and exercise to build more muscle. This sentence really got to me. Remember I told you all that I was interested in getting huge after looking at Arnold's body? So after hearing this, I felt that lifting weights was the way to go. It was around this time that my dad had invested on new plates to start lifting at home and stay fit. That night, I asked my dad if I could also start lifting with him starting tomorrow. He replied saying yes, you surely can. I was really happy and excited upon hearing this. From that day onwards, until the next year, I had lifted the rod which weighed about 2 kgs and had done some exercises with 2 kg plates on because my parents wanted me to progress slowly into the sport. I was in 7th grade and that was the first time I had been granted the privilege to independently work out in the gym. It was this age that I had been fascinated by six-pack abs. I wanted to have them as well, so I started working towards it. At the start of 7th grade, I'd met a girl, keeping the name in hiding for privacy reasons, so let's call her Michelle for the story. No offense to all the Michelles listening to this, just using this name to refer to her. So we got really close throughout the year, and there had been some ups and downs, but we were through it all. I'd lost a lot of belly fat and had almost gotten a six-pack, but I wasn't there yet. The year had ended, and in 8th grade too, we were in the same class. I was pretty happy when I heard that from her. So this is when everything started to take a huge turn. During the summer vacations post 7th grade, I had again got back into unhealthy eating habits and had completely stopped working out. I had gained a lot of fat back again. In 8th grade, Michelle and I got even more closer and our bond was pretty much unbreakable. 8th grade passed. The entire year, I hadn't even hit the gym once and got really lethargic because I wasn't motivated anymore to hit the gym. So after the results were out, Michelle and I weren't in the same class the next year. So initially she was a part of a group where something had gone wrong and they weren't able to fix things up together. In 9th grade, most of these group members were going to be her classmates. She was pretty upset about it and told me to pay her a visit as and when possible. And I agreed. The time is March 2019. Michelle had received a text from one of those group members and they wanted to compromise, forget the past and start everything from scratch. She wasn't ready at first and asked me for a suggestion. I told her this. People change from time to time. Maybe she's genuinely apologizing and you guys could become real good friends again. She was still hesitant with my suggestion. In the end, finally she did it. Michelle had sorted the problem with one of the group members and slowly everyone started to get close to her. To be honest, I was pretty happy for her. They really got close to her and Michelle and I started drifting apart. I internally knew that this was going to happen. Finally, the time was April. We completely stopped talking one day. just stopped talking, and it was all of a sudden. We were really close and used to talk almost every single day, and it took me a while to get over this. But it just couldn't happen. I never thought that I would be seeing a day like this. I really felt that pain and deep sorrow of losing her. For 6 whole days, I felt that pain every minute, trying to think about the good memories we had in mutual, but all this continued until April 7th, 2019. On April 7th, our family had driven down to Yeligiri Hills for 2 days just to take a quick break from the city. But still, I was down with Michelle's thought, just couldn't get over it. After the day got over, we all went to sleep early, and the next morning, this happened. It was the beautiful summer morning of 8th April 2019. I was still in deep sleep until I heard my mom play a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, the same Arnold who had the lead role in Terminator 3. And I continued to listen to that video, still lying on the bed. And Arnold was talking about fighting through the hardest times of life, and how working hard and hitting the gym every single day made him the youngest ever Mr. Universe and a 6-time Mr. Olympia. As soon as I heard the words Mr. Universe and Mr. Olympia, I jumped out of the bed and went to my mom asking a bunch of questions like what is this video about, who sent it to you, etc. And in the end, I just watched the entire video from the start. Not gonna lie, I watched the video for another 2 times. It was at that exact moment that I realized that I had found my true love, and that was the gymnasium. I was so pumped after watching the video that I completely forgot about Michelle and enjoyed thinking about getting big and hitting the gym. The day had passed and we were back home. I made a plan of hitting the gym starting tomorrow, that is April 9th, 2019. I already had some knowledge about weight training, but on the night of 8th April, I started looking at more exercises to do so that I could put on more muscle mass. I started my journey on April 9th, and for a whole week, I hadn't listened to any music. The only thing that fueled me throughout the 2.5 hour workouts were the pain of losing Michelle. It was also because I didn't really have a workout playlist and didn't realize it until I saw some videos regarding it. Just a quick disclaimer, I didn't know that working out post 1.5 hours promotes breakdown of muscle and not the building up of it. So please keep the duration of your workout within the range of an hour to an hour and a half. After a week, by the grace of God, I got over the pain of losing Michelle. Everything started to settle and get back to normal. I was addicted and am addicted to hitting the gym after this incident. From that week onwards, my friends also gained the interest in working out, looking at my enthusiasm, and joined me daily until the vacations got over. My life changed completely from there onwards. I got interested in other good and healthy habits like reading, eating healthy food, etc. So if you know who Michelle is, please let her live her own life and let her have her own peace of mind. Moreover, Michelle, if you're listening to this right now, I really want to thank you for what happened. Genuinely thanking you, because if I hadn't felt that way, today you wouldn't be listening to this podcast. So that was one game-changing story, and it has a huge significance in my life. I could call that phase a renewal phase. Got positive with my attitude, gained a lot of confidence, gained a lot of knowledge in the field of working out and exercising, etc. Now, let's get to the point of the podcast. From this story, I hope you've got an idea of what are some of the benefits of working out and exercising daily. So let's cover some more benefits which we haven't discussed about yet. Number 1, you're always motivated. Once you cultivate the habit of exercising regularly with a genuine interest towards it, you would really feel more motivated and positive about your surroundings. This would elevate you to being a more positive-minded person, and it also makes people feel positive and enthusiastic when they meet and greet you. Number 2, learn the art of staying disciplined. After working out consistently for over a month, you would feel the power of how discipline can influence your life to a great extent. It also keeps you focused on your life goals. Number 3, exercise can help you make better social connections. When you hit the gym or a park to exercise, you would find more like-minded people like you, as you both would have a common interest to talk about, and that's about exercising. When you build such connections with people, it generally forms a really strong bond, especially if they have trained with you for a long period of time. This is a bonus did you know fact that exercising, especially cardiovascular exercises, helps create new brain cells, and this enhances the brain power and brain activity. To sum it up, the lessons I learned from Michelle's story were that I was pretty dependent on her instead of being independent, and I didn't invest a lot of my time in improving my skills and had wasted a lot of it doing absolutely nothing. So really wish you all start working out soon after listening to this episode. Thank you all for listening to this podcast episode. I hope you learned something new about working out today and wish all of you have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm Nishchit Kumar signing off and see you guys in the next one.